Hello and welcome to Week 3 in the OCC. I'm the commish, and I've been wrong before.
And I'm Small Measy, and I've been wrong before.
We might have been wrong before, but we're not afraid to tell you what we think. And what we think, we're going to start off with the NFC South. You got the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints, both undefeated. Which one of these teams is for real? Which one's going to go deep in the playoffs? They're in the same division. Who's going to win that division?
You got to say the Saints going to win it.
Yeah.
Because history shows the team that finishes last always finishes first. Well, this is the last 4 years.
In that division.
Yeah. So, Atlanta is for real. It's going to be a tough game, but I think the offense for the Saints is just going to be too strong.
The Saints do have the number one offense in the league. They got 93 points in 2 games. Their defense has gotten better, only 21st in the league in defense, but when you're scoring 46 points per game, you don't have to have much defense.
No. A good offense is a good defense.
Good offense. Plus, they're on the positive, +1 in turnovers this year. That was a big factor last year. They turned the ball over way too much. So this year, you got this. Atlanta's coming up. They got to play San Francisco. They got to play the Giants, and they got to play the Jets. They got to play 3 tough defenses. Where New Orleans, their toughest games, you're looking at the Jets. They do have the Jets in Week 4. That's going to be the game of the week right there.
Yeah.
Then they have New England. Where's New England this year? Their heads aren't in it.
I don't think New England's going to be the team that they used to be.
Their defense isn't in it for sure.
Yeah.
Then we got Dallas in Week 15. So if both teams are in playoff contention, that could be a tight game. But right now, the Saints are looking tough.
The Saints, I believe, are a Super Bowl team. They just got to keep the offense high-powered like that because their defense is still middle of the pack.
Right.
But, like I say, the offense is good enough to beat anybody in the league.
Well, you also got Drew Brees going for the touchdown record.
Yes.
I mean, he's got 9 touchdowns in 2 games.
He's on pace to
He looks unstoppable against Philly's defense.
And he threw, how many touchdowns last year? Over 30.
Right.
So, I think he's going to do a lot better than that, and they got off to a hell of a start.
You look at the rest of that division, Carolina is nowhere this year. They're 0-2. Tampa Bay is 0-2, but they do have the 4th-ranked defense in the league. I don't know how that happens.
It's not going to last. I think Tampa Bay is done. I think they'll finish last in the division.
Okay. We got, up next, we're going to talk about a little bit of our Tennessee Titans. Here in Tennessee, got my authentic Oilers hat. What has happened to the Titans? Last year, 13-3. We talk about teams that don't do well during the season doing better in the playoffs. The Titans did really well last year, faltered in the playoffs. But what's missing for the Titans? They're 0-2.
They're missing a 300-pounder in the middle.
Howard Hainsworth is sorely missed.
Yes.
Especially on pass defense.
We had 4 Pro Bowlers last year.
Right.
But they're not looking good. They're getting beat. Cortland finna get his butt kicked all over the field. He's starting fights, getting penalties called on him, and he's getting beat up and down the field.
Right. Well, I mean, can they turn it around, and how would the Titans turn it around? I mean, they've lost 2 games by field goals. Their run defense is there. Less than 2 yards per attempt by their opponents. But on pass defense, they've given up 5 touchdowns in 2 games. They've allowed 678 yards. And the offense is a mixed bag. And offense, they're number 4 in rushing in the league. But you look at their passing, and they've allowed 4 sacks. That offensive line has got to give Collins some time to get rid of the ball.
Well, the rushing is the only light that they got.
Yeah.
I don't think Collins, no 35-year-old has made the playoffs back-to-back years. That goes back to 1980. I think the last person to do that was Broncos Elway.
Well, the one thing about Collins that people don't understand, and this was a big thing I didn't know about till Monday night game, is Collins is number 3 for current quarterbacks and comebacks in the 4th quarter. And when you look at losing both games by 3 points, whatever they had last year that allowed them to come back isn't there this year. So I got to look at the offense and defensive line. I see the Titans going maybe 7-9, possibly 8-8.
8-8 is being too kind to them.
Andy's 2-0. They don't look as strong as normal, but they have won some good games. And Houston looks strong. I think Houston will take the division.
Yeah. Houston, I don't think they'll take the division, but they'll be second, and they make the playoffs this year.
And the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right. So next week they got the Jets, a huge defense.
Yeah.
Then they got New England in Week 6, San Francisco in Week 9. San Francisco's defense has been tough. They look like the surprise team of the year. They look like the Atlanta Falcons from last year. And they have Arizona in Week 12, which I don't know if Warner will be bagging groceries in Week 12 or if he'll be playing quarterback.
Well, he went 25 for 27 this week.
Right.
And that's the highest any quarterback has ever done. So he's not done.
He's not bagging groceries yet.
He's not bagging groceries yet.
And our final topic, we got New York, the Beasts of the East, Beast plural. We got the Giants in the NFC East and the Jets in the AFC East. Two New York teams, both undefeated. Which team is overachieving? And which team is a contender in their division? Which team's going to make that playoff run?
Well, I think the Jets are overachieving. Rookie quarterback. He's a good quarterback. I like him. He's a good quarterback, but their defense is what's carrying them. He put up, I think, 30 points the first game, but he only put up 16 the second game. I think if you pressure a good rookie quarterback, he's going to have problems.
But they're the opposite of the Saints, though. You got Rex Ryan's defense up there, number 2 in the league. They went out and told the Patriots we're going to go after Tom Brady and did it. The Patriots' offensive line is no joke. They went after Tom Brady. They defeated him.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say the opposite. The Jets, I think, are for real. Sanchez can, if Matt Ryan showed us that a rookie quarterback can come into the league and take his team to the playoffs, I don't see the Patriots. They have trouble. They have trouble on defense for sure.
Yeah.
They're missing too many pieces. Seymour's gone.
Harrison's gone.
Miami, the Wildcat might be playing tough in Miami, but it's not winning games. And in Buffalo, there's no T.O. show.
If T.O. stays healthy, the T.O. show can show up at any time. He's as long as he stays healthy and Trent Edwards stays healthy.
But can Trent and T.O. do that against the Jets defense?
Well, I think they're just using T.O. as a decoy. If they double team T.O., Trent's going to throw it all over the field to his other receivers. But if T.O. starts crying and starts being it becomes a T.O. show, it's going to be a problem for Buffalo. But I think he done cleaned his act up a little bit.
I think the Jets' offense and Sanchez can put enough points on the board that's needed with that defense. I don't think the Giants are for real. They're a soccer team with 8 field goal attempts in 2 games. They've won both their games by a combined 9 points. Right now they're relying on Eli Manning's game management and field management to win those games. And that can only help you in a close game.
Yeah.
In their division, you have Dallas, who's 3rd in points in the league, 2nd in yards, and 1st in rushing. The problem in Dallas is there's no D in Big D. They're 30th in the league in defense after 2 games.
That's terrible.
The Eagles are the team that can take them. Now, the Eagles are a 1-1 team that ran into the Saints in Week 2 with quarterback questions. McNabb is hurt. Vic is coming out of jail.
Yeah, but, they're going to use Vic. And Kevin Cobb is playing good. He played decent against the Saints. Decent enough to lose by 15.
Right. That's why I have the Eagles. The Giants are way overachieving for the division that they're in. You can't win games like that, in that division. 2
wins in a division is huge too.
Yeah.
If you face the Giants, it's a must win for the Redskins and the Cowboys next time they face them.
Right.
So that's a lot of pressure on them teams. And you know how Romo does with pressure.
Right. Romo does not play well in large games. It seems like he's not paying attention. He's not ready. He doesn't get excited about it.
Yeah, Romo is. Although I do think the Cowboys will make the playoffs this year.
You put a star on Romo's, but he hasn't won anything yet. The other Cowboys, they were a star after they did something.
Exactly.
Romo, he plays for the Cowboys, so he's automatically a star. He hasn't won anything to make it there yet.
Yeah. Playing with the Cowboys, you got the star on your helmet. You're a star.
Yeah. Last, Yates, you're wrong about the Saints. You pick games about as well as you play poker, buddy.
Yater the hater.
Yater the hater.
Don't know what the hell he's talking about.
The Saints are going all the way. Thank you, Arthur Guinness.
Thank you, Arthur.
Happy 205th. We're out, OCC. That's the commish, and I've been wrong before.
And this is Swamizi. I've been wrong before.
Thanks.
Franchise. Holla at you. We got a guest coming next week. Franchise, the player. We need to talk to you, baby.